back to the land.
The Gunjur Kerewan rice field, also in the Lower Badibo, was the second project visited. The Saba rice field in Lower Badibu and this 4-hectare Ginoy rice field in the Lower River region, both flourishing, and credit to the people of Saba and Soma Ginoy. The Ombi executives are optimistic of a promising harvest here.
I'm very much impressed. I'm impressed. The field looks so green. Everything looks so beautiful. And if it continues to be like this, if they continue the hard work, I'm sure we will have a bumper harvest.
This farm in Saruja village in Central River region, unlike others, is cultivated with maize. The reason is to promote diversity in production. The field, according to the farm manager, is also renowned for its production potential. Elsewhere in URR, the Ombi National Executive handed over a generator and a public address system to their URR chapter. The materials are meant to ease their anti-backway campaign.
The donation of these materials is because we realize that, the illegal migration impact affected the URR and the NBRR most. So that is why we decided to donate them with this equipment so that it can ease their campaign against illegal migration.
Speaking at the brief ceremony, Yaya Cham of the Immigration Department and Abakoli, Deputy Police Commissioner URR, lauded Ombi for the initiatives. With the trend of illegal migration remaining a global concern, these measures adopted by Ombi in enlightening the public to desist from risky sea voyages is crucial to the well-being of all, especially for parents who spend their hard-earned monies on the trips of their loved ones. Louis Mendy, GRTS.
The Gambian ambassador to Guinea-Bissau Tuesday took delivery of a 20 kV generator at a ceremony held in Banjul. The development, which comes courtesy of the Social Security and Housing Finance Corporation and the Gambia Ports Authority, is expected to enhance the work of the Gambian embassy in Guinea-Bissau. Ajami Sise has more.
20 kV generators have proven history of being able to produce enough power and get most institutions through emergencies like power outage. The high-quality enclosure is believed to make it remarkably quiet and weatherproof. With the many problems posed by energy in the sub-region, 20 kV generators seem to be the solution, which may get companies to work despite the proven challenges. This is why the Social Security and Gambia Ports Authority came forward in response to a call made by the Gambian Embassy in Bissau.
This was in response to a call, and it coincided with our policy to make social investments as a way of saying thank you to government and to our community. They expressed need at the embassy in Guinea-Bissau, and we thought it would be a good investment for us, yes.
Expected to make work swifter at the Gambian Embassy in Guinea-Bissau, the ambassador explained how the need for a generator was expressed just months ago following a damage to the one they had. This drive is therefore considered timely.
We were occupying a very small chancery in Bissau. A couple of months ago, we transferred to a new office, which was much bigger. The small generator we were operating with get burnt because cannot sustain the power pressure down there. Then I thought of the two institutions to assist me in this, since the power problem is getting greater there in terms of shortage and all that. And to operate a whole embassy, you need power.
The intervention of these two important companies in coming to the rescue of the Gambian Embassy, according to observers, goes to show the love and concern they have for their country. Donating a generator to the Gambian Embassy in Bissau at such a crucial time may be the right recipe for more fruitful collaborations. For GRTS News, I am Ajami Sise.
Well, you can follow the day's stories and all the GRTS programs live on our website at www.grts.gm. There you can also monitor GRTS Radio Live. We'll go for our first break. We'll be back with news from outside the Gambia.
Extreme Recharge. AfriCell has done it again with the extremely highest bonus on the lowest recharge.
That's right.
That's the new AfriCell e-voucher credit recharge.
Now recharge between $5 and $40 and get a 25% bonus. Not only can you recharge as low as $5, yes, you heard me. Recharge as low as $5 and you will get a 25% bonus.
Extremely the highest bonus in the Gambia.
Extremely affordable.
Extremely low.
That's the AfriCell Extreme Recharge.
For more info, call 111.
Welcome back. Police say they have made one arrest in the kidnapping of a British woman and the killing of her husband at a beach resort in Kenya. Britain's Telegraph newspaper reports that 56-year-old Judith Tibet is deaf, which could add to the difficulty of her ordeal. Officials say she could have been taken across the border to Somalia at this point. CNN's Rohit Castro has more.
As we saw today, but how lonely it must have been for a couple on their own when armed bandits in speedboats pulled up on the shore. David Tebbutt was on holiday with his wife. It was the first night of their stay. They just checked in when they were attacked. He apparently resisted and was shot. With a sheet of cloth for a door and open windows facing the ocean, this was their beach hut, searched and sealed away today. Nearby, a few security staff. We were told that armed guards are always close by to protect visiting tourists. Even today as a crime scene, the luxury villa is almost totally silent, but on Saturday certainly it will have been absolutely tranquil. In fact, the couple were the only people staying in this entire resort, which has raised one question amongst investigators. Were the pirates somehow tipped off that there was a Western couple staying on their own here at the resort? So, no chance encounter, suspect the authorities, who still don't appear to have traced the bandits or their captive.
We believe she's still in the hands of the criminals, and what we have done is that there is a massive search and rescue operation going there. All our special forces are down there, and we hope to be able to rescue her in due course.
And they hope to avoid an ordeal like that suffered by Paul and Rachel Chandler, held by Somali pirates for more than a year after they were taken from their yacht. It's less common for victims to be taken from land, like Judith Tebbutt was. The 20 miles from the peace of Kauai is the war and lawlessness of Somalia. In the waters north of here, the treachery grows, and the swift release of the kidnapped becomes much more difficult.
If you are a front runner in a political race, then you get a target on your back. Well, that was the case for Texas Governor Rick Perry at the latest Republican presidential debate. His rivals took aim of him over a number of issues, with Perry slugging back. We have details from CNN.
How will you convince senior citizens that Social Security and Medicare need to be changed and get their vote?
The first question may have been on Social Security, but it was really about Rick Perry, who once called the program a Ponzi scheme.
It has been called a Ponzi scheme by many people long before me. But no one's had the courage to stand up and say, here is how we're going to reform it.
But as Perry tried to turn down the heat, Mitt Romney cranked it up.
But the question is, do you still believe that Social Security should be ended as a federal program, as you did 6 months ago when your book came out, and return to the states? Or do you want to retreat from that?
I think we ought to have a conversation.
We're having that right now, Governor.
Yes, sir. If you'll let me
we're running for president.
I'll finish this conversation.
That teed up what might have been the one-liner of the night.
I'm not particularly worried about Governor Perry and Governor Romney frightening the American people when President Obama scares them every single day.
But that wasn't the only flashpoint. Take the economy. Asked whether the Lone Star governor was responsible for jobs created in his home state, Romney said pro-business Texas deserved the credit, not Perry.
Go ahead and tell him how much credit he deserves.
Well, well look, you know, I think Governor Perry would agree with me that if you're dealt 4 aces, that doesn't make you necessarily a great poker player.
Well, I was going to say, Mitch, you were doing pretty good till you got to talking poker.
But it was Michelle Bachmann who was coming up with some winning hands, hitting Perry on his executive order to require that schoolgirls receive vaccinations against the